We've been talking about the Facebook page that has been created. It's a R.I.P. Raoul Moat, You Legend Facebook page. We were hoping to talk to Siobhan, who's one of the people that started the page, but we have found Siobhan. Siobhan, good evening.
Hiya.
We got you in the end.
Yeah, you did. I must have had a bad signal because my phone's been on all day.
Right. OK, well, you weren't hiding from us then.
No, nothing to hide for.
All right, well, you did start a pretty unsavoury Facebook page, didn't you?
Yeah, but that's my opinion. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
Raoul Moat, you're a legend?
Yep.
Why is he a legend?
Well, I just think his legends usually get talked about, don't they? And he's getting talked about, so in my eyes, he's a legend.
Yeah, but what's he done to make him a legend? Usually people who are a legend have done something that would make people think, oh, this guy he's so good for this reason or that reason that he's a legend. You know, Robin Hood was a legend.
No, you all think he's a bad person because of what you read in the papers there.
No, I think he's a bad person because he's killed one, nearly killed another and blinded a policeman.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the shootings that he did.
Okay.
That were harsh, like. But I can't understand his girlfriend, me. If someone was so scared of someone, personally, if it were me, if my boyfriend were in jail, or ex-boyfriend, and I was that scared of him, I'd pack up my stuff, and I'd leave. I would not write a letter and say, oh, and by the way, I'm shagging a copper. You just don't do it when you know full well what you like about the police anyway.
A couple of points on that, Siobhan. Firstly, we don't know any of that happened. We're just hearing that as speculation. So, secondly, even if she did, maybe, I mean, should this woman have to uproot her life because of that? And maybe she thought, if I tell him that I'm now going out with a policeman, he will leave me alone. I'll be protected. Maybe that was the reason.
Well, maybe it were, but it obviously didn't work, did it?
Well, you're very casual about the fact that a woman's had her stomach blown out, one man is dead, and another fella is blinded. I mean, your interpretation of that is, well, you know, she wrote a letter to the prison, winding him up. I mean, that's an incredible reaction and for the severity of what's happened, Siobhan.
Well, fair enough, but I'm just saying, if someone were that scared, they would not write a letter to the boyfriend, even if he were just like an old person and he didn't have not going wrong with him.
But we don't, you know, you're following this like you're following EastEnders. You're filling in the blanks so that you don't know anything about which letters were written.
Yeah, but you don't know. You only know what you've read it.
No, what I know is that the guy has shot 3 people, 1 dead, 2 very seriously injured, 1 certainly with life-changing injuries, and blinded for life. I mean, it doesn't get much worse than that. And then you start a Facebook page by calling him a legend. Now, a legend has to have done something to call him a legend. What specifically has this guy done that makes you think he's worthy of hero status?
Oh, he kept from out for police for a week, and that was funny. It was right underneath the nose. It was right underneath him, and they still couldn't find him.
You think? Well, if you can't find someone, you can't find someone.
All police are bothered about tiny little petty crimes. They're quick enough to go and
Hang
follow
on,
them
out. They mobilised a police force to try and look for him. If you're hiding, you can't find someone. That's not a fault of the police, Siobhan.
But when it got news that allegedly he got seen in the village, right?
Well, what do you think they did?
I can't understand. If there's all them police there, why didn't one spot him?
Well, if one did, the fact that one didn't is your answer, isn't it? They didn't. They didn't.
Well,
if you wanted to hide,
so they must not have had their eyes.
Well, why is that? Why is that a good thing? Why is that funny? They're chasing a multiple murderer. Why is that funny? What is within your head, Siobhan, I'm just interested here, that makes you think that that is, in life, of all the things that are funny, that is funny? Steve Coogan's funny, that's not funny.
I think he's a legend for keeping them on the toes for a week.
You think that's good that he did that? That we had a terrified village, kids being kept in a classroom because they were too scared, millions of pounds worth of taxpayers' money being used in mobilising helicopters, and you find that funny?
No, I think it's funny how he is, yeah, I do. I think he's a bit of a legend like that, yeah.
And shooting a copper in the face, is that funny?
No, clearly not. That's not funny, is it? I'm not laughing about that. I'm not saying that was funny.
Have you got a criminal record?
No, I haven't.
Never been arrested?
Well, yeah, I've been arrested, but I ain't got a criminal record.
All right. What did you get arrested for, Siobhan?
Some petty criminal damage, it were.
All right, okay.
You ever been arrested?
No, not yet.
Well, you're a good boy then, aren't you?
Well, after this phone call, I might be arrested. Who knows? Depends what
Oh,
I say.
Well.
So what do you think then? Just out of interest then, when you look at the kind of words that have been said on your website, R.I.P. Raoul, I blame your ex, little whore, is that acceptable?
Well, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, isn't it?
Okay, all right. If my missus ever does to me what she did to Raoul, I hope I'm brave enough to do what he did. Is that all right?
Well, everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah, but I mean, you have essentially got a Facebook page here where people are discussing potential murder. And then another guy...
I didn't think all these people enjoying it, did I?
Well, no, I wouldn't imagine you did think that for 1 second. I can't imagine.
There's not just me that thinks
far ahead.
There's not just me that thinks it is.
No, there are other stupid people around as well, you're correct.
Yeah.
Raoul Moat had the guts to stand up to the oppression forced upon us by an ego-driven police force. He's a true hero. He has the respect of far more people in this country than any cop ever will do. What do you say to that?
I think he's right.
You think he's right? And this man will remain a hero to you?
Yeah, definitely.
On the basis...
It's about time someone get police something to do.
Right, and you think that's the best way to look at it, to go around, shoot up a few people and get the police on their toes?
Yeah, well, not shoot people, obviously, but I think well, that's what they get paid for, don't they? Well, trying to catch criminals, yeah, so at least they got the wage we deserve.
Not sure that's the best way to look at an operation that was that expensive, that frightened the life out of several hundreds or thousands of people in that neck of the woods, including small kids who were kept in school for long periods of time. All of that because this madman was out on the loose with a gun, telling people the cops are going to get it next, the public might get it next, and you see that man as a hero.
Well, anyway, police killed him anyway, so
no, the police didn't kill him. The police didn't kill him.
This is what they say, they tasered him and he shot himself.
Yeah.
But it's a bit funny, isn't it, that? They asked
bit funny that he had a gun next to his head.
They asked all cameras to move 10 foot away from where he were.
Of course
That's why they couldn't catch no on camera, they couldn't hear him. They shot him because he shot one of theirs. That's how it is.
No. What are you, Columbo, all of a sudden? You've decided this, have you? You've worked it all out. What is CSI or something? How have you done this then? Did you go down there with the forensics?
Yep.
Have you got kids, Siobhan?
Yeah, fine.
You have to be joking me.
No, I'm not.
So you would bring your kids up into the world telling them that this guy was a legend?
Well, I wouldn't say we're a legend for shooting people, but yeah, I'd say we're a legend for keeping police on their toes, like I've told you about 5 times.
You would tell your children that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Siobhan, thank you very much for coming on and joining us. And I can only say to the nation, is that the stupidest woman you've ever heard on this radio show?